By the end of this video, we will be able to understand the motion of particles in different states of matters. Before going into details, kindly subscribe our channel so you don't miss these interesting factual videos. Let's start with kinetic particle theory. The kinetic particle theory is a scientific idea that helps us understand how particles behave in different states of matter. According to the kinetic particle theory, particles are always moving. The speed of their movement depends on the state of matter they are in. For example, particles in a solid move slowly and vibrate in place. The particles in a gas move very quickly and bounce around in all directions. Now we will discuss the properties of solids to understand the motion of particles in solid. Definite shape. Solids have a definite shape, meaning that they maintain their shape and size unless acted upon by an external force. Definite volume. Solids have a definite volume, which means that they occupy a fixed amount of space. This property is related to their density, which is the mass per unit volume. High density. Solids are usually denser than liquids and gases. This is because the particles that make up solids are closely packed together, and they have little room to move around. Rigidity. Solids are rigid and maintain their shape even when subjected to external forces. This property is due to the strong forces of attraction between the particles in a solid. Tightly packed. The particles in a solid are tightly packed together and have little space between them. Regular pattern. The particles in a solid are arranged in a regular pattern, forming a fixed shape. Strong attraction. The particles in a solid have strong attractive forces between them, which keep them in their fixed positions and maintain its shape and volume. Now we will discuss the properties of liquid to understand the motion of particles in liquids. Indefinite shape. Liquids do not have a fixed shape and take the shape of their container, allowing them to be poured or transferred. Definite volume. Liquids have a fixed volume, meaning they cannot be easily compressed or expanded, and take up space. High density. Liquids have a relatively high density compared to gases, meaning they are more massive per unit of volume. Flowability. Liquids are able to flow and be poured due to the mobility of their particles, which can slide and move past each other. Closely packed. The particles of liquids are closely packed, but not arranged in a regular pattern like in solids. Attraction. The attractive forces between liquid particles are weaker than in solids, but stronger than in gases. Kinetic energy. The particles have more kinetic energy than solid particles, allowing them to move and slide past each other while remaining relatively close together. Lastly, we will discuss the properties of gases to understand the motion of particles in gas. Indefinite shape. Gases have no fixed shape because their particles are free to move and take on the shape of their container. Indefinite volume. Gases have no fixed volume because their particles are free to move and fill the space available to them, regardless of the size of the container. Low density. Gases have a low density because their particles are widely spaced, and there is a lot of empty space between particles. High diffusivity. Gas particles can quickly diffuse throughout a container because of their high mobility and the lack of strong attractive forces between particles. Widely spaced. Gas particles are widely spaced and have no definite shape or volume. Fill space. Gas particles fill the space they occupy, regardless of the size or shape of the container. Kinetic energy. Gas particles move rapidly in all directions with high kinetic energy. Attraction. Gas particles have little attraction to one another and can bounce off each other and the walls of their container. Thanks for watching. To learn more, just visit and subscribe our YouTube channel. Link in description.